Country Marketplace Africa, I'm Robin Kerner. Now, they're called repats, expatriates who've left the continent and are now returning home. Some African countries are experiencing double-digit growth. There's a perception that there are more opportunities here in Africa than elsewhere. So, Western-educated Africans are turning their backs on cash-strapped European countries to bring their expertise, their experiences and their degrees back home. Nkapile Mabuse now reports from Nigeria.
Microbiologist Tunde Ogunrinde is another Nigerian trying to lift standards.
Hey, how are you? You're right. How's it going?
He spent nearly 20 years in Europe, most of it working for Burger King, training and managing staff. Here, he says, it's all about changing mindsets.
I think a lot of it is just what is best practice. What does good look like? If you don't know what good looks like, then, you accept anything else.
Ogunrinde was recruited by an employment agency trying to entice the estimated 2 million Nigerians living in Europe to come back to Africa.
I haven't worked in an industry which was already established in Europe. There was very little, there was less creativity. I mean, you see where we're sitting in. This is the effort of, sitting with my MD, who is very visionary, sitting with the architects, challenging each other and looking at the plans and looking at the designs and saying what works well in this environment, what materials are hard wearing. That is exciting when you're creating.
But competition at home is getting stiffer as established international brands expand aggressively into Africa. They too drawn by growing opportunities.
There are lots of examples where foreign brands have gone in and they haven't been able to shift the local brand because there's an affinity, there's a taste profile which we've established, but most importantly, really, the battle is really around winning the hearts and minds of customers.
Amidst this brain gain boom, there are still millions more professionals in the diaspora put off by the daily inconveniences of living here. Traffic, power cuts, corruption and the general struggle to get things done quickly.
That is all set up okay.
Ogunrinde says he was lucky to return to a well-established and organized industry, but that more needs to be done to make it more appealing for doctors, nurses and lecturers that are so badly needed in the country to come back.
The government really needs to put in more of an enabling environment for those industries to lure back. Not just people like myself in the retail and hospitality industry, but also in those industries.
In Nigeria, they call them repats.
It's about 15.
They speak a little differently, but their passion for their country is unquestionable. Even after decades away, to them, there's still nothing like home.
Absolutely. Home good food, rice and beans, the jollof rice and some of the meals we do. Absolutely, nothing like home.
As Africa